Okay, so I guess we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome
Oh,
back to
hi.
Singularity Roleplay.
Oh,
Um, before we get into the action tonight, there's a statement we'd like to make. While we are not the most well-versed in world affairs, we know that everything that is happening in Gaza is a tragedy. This week called for strikes against work, entertainment, and interacting with social media outside of promoting support for Palestine. We are not blind to that. So while we are streaming and performing tonight, please understand that we are in full support of seeking a ceasefire in Palestine, eventually ending the occupation of Gaza and freeing Palestine altogether. Below you can find a panel where you can access our Tiltify, where we are collecting donations through AmeriCares, a charity dedicated to general relief for Palestine. Moving forward, we're playing through Heart of Darkness, an alien RPG cinematic adventure. This is a sci-fi horror game. Emphasis on horror, so there are a few content warnings such as body horror, violence, death, and psychological horror. Players have a direct line to me if something becomes too overwhelming, but there's only so much we can do for you as viewers. If something becomes too much, please take a step away until the scene has passed, and if you feel up to it, rejoin us as see what happens next. So, and overlay order, you can go ahead and introduce yourselves, your characters, and well, tell us how you've been feeling or how you're feeling about what's coming up, what's happened so far in arriving on Ergo Station. Start overlay order, that would be Janie.
Hi, I'm Janie. I'm Janie Pot 7575 on social media. I'm playing Sasha Dabrowski. And she just wants to hurry up and get out of here. If that's at all possible.
I guess that brings it to me. I am synthetic. You can call me Sin. And I am playing Nelson for the time being. Nelson is fascinated by everything that is going on right now, and hopefully will not survive this episode. I use they, them pronouns. Nelson uses he, him pronouns. I think that brings it down to Shock.
I believe it does. Just want to make sure you were done before I just jumped right in. So, hi, I'm Shock Point Failure. Glad that everybody could join us. I will be reprising my role as Sergeant Noor Shajad, the security officers for this little expedition, who's already tired with so much shit. So much.
I almost feel like Sajad is that guy who's like, I got 2 weeks to retirement, and this is the crap y'all put me through.
But yeah, so yeah, he is in charge of making sure the entire team stays healthy. Well, maybe not healthy, but alive and safe. And making sure a bunch of curious scientists stay alive and safe is harder than hurting cats.
You mentioned cats.
Yes, I know you would love me mentioning cats.
We just
But yeah.
combine the two. Scientist cat.
In all honesty, Nelson would probably be easier to handle once he's a cat.
I guess that leaves me. I'm Sean, aka Rise. Tonight I am bringing back Lark, the ship's synthetic psychologist. Lark is honestly just utterly fascinated by most of the things that have gone on here, particularly by the large glowy meteor thing that she has found in the ship's hangar that seems to be directly related to all the weirdness that's going on as far as can be deciphered at this moment. But yeah, Lark is quite dedicated to making sure this thing goes off with a hitch, as well as finding the secrets of this heart of darkness. So,
And I'm remembering that I have no recollection of the mechanics at this point, so that's going to be fun.
that's what Roll20's for.
Yeah, yeah. We have a nice, lovely setup in Roll20 that has majority of the mechanics for us.
Super useful.
Taking us back to Meg.
Me, Meg. Hello. And we've been introduced. I think that brings us back into. I think we left off with some of you going off to meet Stakes again. I know that was Dejad, and I believe Jabakowski was going with. Who else was in that group?
I think it was me because Lark was trying to sneak off on their own.
Lark did sneak off on their own.
Lark did in fact sneak off on their own.
We still have no idea why.
Look, synthetics do synthetic things. Sneaking off on their own is one of them.
Sneaking
Precisely.
off on their own, getting killed, and turning into cats. These are synthetic things.
No. I would like to point out that there is a surprisingly low synthetic death rate in the Aliens universe.
Well, we're about to raise that.
I mean, if you
'Cause-
want to be technical.
Look, if I remember correctly, all four of the synthetics I can think of off of the top of my head in the Aliens universe at least survived the first movie they are in.
That doesn't seem right.
Was it 3? It's 3.
Ash died in Alien,
Mm-hmm.
so he did not survive the first movie.
I
Bishop
could've
died
sworn-
in Alien 3, so he survived Aliens, technically, then died in
He died
3.
like right at the very beginning of Alien.
Okay, fair. All right. I apologize.
So actually, the record is pretty good for me.
I was technically counting Resurrection, and I don't think most people count Resurrection, so we'll skip that one.
Resurrection, she did not die.
Mm-hmm.
And then David did not die, but Walter did. Is that the name of it? His name? Walter? I think it
Was
was.
it Boulder? Yeah, I think.
Ladies,
yeah,
gentlemen, and non-binary friends, the Meg Mysteria here with your alien trivia.
So you're actually looking at about a 50%.
A better survivability rate than, the human characters.
Yeah.
They're just so squishy.
We got to turn that around.
Okay. So the three of you are going to go meet Sykes.
Yes, because I had an entire thing I was going to do. Alright, so we go back to Sykes' office, and I also politely and professionally knock on the door before I open it.
The door is opened by a working Joe synthetic. who asks you to state your business.
I have further business with Warden Psych. There has been some things that have come to my attention, and to better facilitate my job, I must discuss certain procedures with the gentleman.
Joe opens the door further and lets you in to see the warden.
So, Warden, I have returned from your little errand, and the unruly element in your little facility here is more cooperative than first appeared. But some things have been brought to my attention in this matter that has required me to, unfortunately, wade through a bit of red tape with you.
You mean red tape?
According to my findings, allowing you to maintain your position at this facility puts both the facility and my objectives here at risk, and as such, by the powers invested by our mutual employers, I must take command of this facility until our departure.
Sykes kind of stares at you for a minute and then lets out a hearty laugh. And that's a good one. You're prying the station out of my cold dead hands. Roger, you used the bed! I'm sorry. I've been trying to get him to use that cat bed for a while now, and I noticed him in the camera.
Ah, I am very sorry to hear that. I will make sure to put it in the report. I was hoping for this to be only a temporary measure. I'm going to just level the shotgun and take a shot.
He's trying to take a picture of you. You're gonna shoot him?
Look, he's being uncooperative. I'm tired.
Oh, okay. Make me a ranged roll, please. I was gonna take a picture of you. Go back and lay in the bed.
I mean, it could have been worse.
That is a very unlikely set of results, but there is a success in it.
It's a success, so one success is all you need. How much damage is that?
E7, ES7 shotgun. How much damage was that supposed to do again? Ah, here we go.
I should have
So
just told you to roll attack on the shotgun. That would have been easier.
yeah, now that I see it. But yeah, it says 2 damage.
Full damage. That is half of his health.
Oh,
So you shoot him, and he stumbles back, and immediately all the Joes in the room are up in arms. There's about 3 of them.
And I thought I was the one that was going to get us killed.
I would like you guys to roll initiative for me. Do I have? I
Do
don't
we-
have battle music.
Click the initiative card thing or initiative dice.
Let's see what happens when we click a card.
It asks for a card number.
Okay, just click the dice then. See what happens.
Nothing when I click dice. Oh,
Nope. You just spammed it.
sorry about that.
We'll just take the first one, the 11.
Okay.
I have the strangest feeling that the initiative card is supposed to take that die number. But I might be wrong.
I don't know. I don't know how to make the frickin' initiative system work in Roll20. It's weird.
Just as a test. Okay, that did not do what I thought it would do. All right.
Okay, is 11 good or bad in acting order?
Lowest number goes first.
Ah. Okay. Are you rolling for the synthetics and psychs in the background?
Yeah.
Ah.
Alright. Yeah, because the initiative system in this game is you shuffle a deck of cards and you draw for the initiative.
Ah, okay.
So you can't really effectively do that over a digital platform. I mean, you could probably do it if it was done correctly, but Roll20 doesn't do that.
You can really only ask so much of Roll20.
Yeah. Okay. So up first is a synthetic. Which is going to take a swing since Sajad was the first one to take fire, is going to take a swing at Sajad.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna swing at you.
Hmm.
What is the strength? 7? Okay. And success. You wearing any armor?
I do have an armor rating of 3, if that means anything.
Okay, so that negates it. That negates the damage. You're fine. So the synthetic takes a swing at you and it hits a solid thump in the chest, but that's really all it is. It's just a thump.
I'll deal with that in a second.
Looks down at their own armor rating. Oh.
Up next is Jabakowski.
Um, I guess I'm going to shoot at this synthetic that just shot. How would I do that?
So the easiest way would be down at the bottom of your character sheet in the weapons section. You would
Okay.
select your weapon if you already have it listed, and then just hit the attack button.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so with all those, one success gets you the guaranteed hit. With those other successes, you can look at the ranged perks, and you can get extra stuff. So you could do extra damage. You do.
I'm looking for it real quick. I'm just gonna do extra damage.
Okay. So for all of them.
Um. Is that documented in Roll20 that gives the ranged perks?
Yeah, there is one.
Is it damage or critical injury stable?
Neither. It's. I'm looking for it.
Sorry.
You're fine. I don't know where it's hiding.
Well, it's not been in any of the places that I thought it would be, so.
Yeah.
Oh. Is it under ranged combat?
Okay, yeah. Underneath resolution and ranged combat.
Oh.
You can inflict a point of damage. You can pin down your enemy. You can position yourself and get exchange your initiative score. Your opponent drops weapon or other handheld object. Or your opponent falls to the ground or is pushed back.
I want to do extra damage and have them drop the weapon.
They are not holding a weapon currently.
Then falls to the ground.
Okay. So you've got 3 of them. Do you want to do 2 extra damage and one of them fall back?
Yes. Is there a damage? Damage? Oh, it's 1 damage.
Yeah, so it's 3 damage total with your bonuses.
Yep. Which is hefty.
Yeah, I just
Pretty hefty.
I kind of coldly take my weapon out and just shoot at that synthetic.
You got him. He falls back to the ground. All right. Next is another synth who, now that you have made yourself known, is going to come after you. Are you wearing any kind of armor?
I'm looking to see because I don't know if I am or not.
It's down, like, right above where your weapon is.
There's a 0 right there, so that's like means 500, right?
So that is 1 damage
Okay.
to you. As this one draws a stun baton. And I need you to make me a stamina roll.
Ooh, that's not good.
Make me a panic roll, please.
Oops, I didn't mean to do it twice. Sorry.
So 12 was the first one.
Yeah.
Well, was the first one. So you let out a scream as this synthetic comes after you with the stun baton and lashes out at you. You take the 1 damage and you lose your next slow action. And your stress level decreases by 1, but each friendly character around you has to make a panic roll.
Sorry.
Oh, great. Lovely.
Wonderful. I got an 8.
Jock, you must really like seeking cover.
Ex-military.
So you have an enemy at engaged range. They're currently prone, so I'm not going to make you roll a retreat roll. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range is increased by 1.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
I'm sorry.
And what does an 8 do?
An 8 is a tremble. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 until your panic stops, which is in 1 round you act normally.
So basically, our stress didn't get affected.
Your stress didn't get affected.
Yeah.
Actually, your stress went down and up. I was the only person that had a stress that went up. Which is exactly what I want, thank you.
So we have net of 0, 1 dropped, and 1 raised.
Yep. And how do I do a -2 to my roll? Will I have to make a custom roll for that?
If you click on the button, it should let you enter a modification.
Okay.
It should let you enter a modification.
All right. Well, we'll wait until my turn comes around because...
Yeah. Up next is Stykes, who is gonna bitch and swear at the fact he was just shot with a shotgun in the gut. Is gonna have to draw his own sidearm and point it at you, Sajad, and fire at you. Say, I'm not going down that easy.
You could have
Getting
just...
these successes by the skin of my teeth.
How many successes?
Just 1.
So that's going to end up being no damage, isn't it?
Let me look at what his gun gets him.
I mean, if it's anything like my pistol, it probably also has armor piercing.
any of you have an ES4 pistol?
Nope.
For some reason, my pistol is just listed as pistol.
No.
ES4 isn't listed among the pistols table.
I'm gonna pretend it's like any other pistol and just say it's 1 damage. Which is negated by your armor, so that's fine.
Except they do have, some of them do have armor piercing, including the ones
That's
we got.
true. That's true. I'm gonna say it has armor piercing. That's fine. Because I'm a dick.
Just
You're taking the damage.
Okay, I was about to say how much. What does armor piercing exactly do?
And that means a stamina roll, right?
I don't believe so.
That's why we just had one for Dravakowski, I thought.
Jabakowski had to roll a stamina roll because they were hit with a stun baton.
Ah, okay.
All right, so just to make sure I understand how armor piercing works, that means if I get hit, I take at least 1 point of damage, no matter what my armor rating is. Correct?
If you are hit with a weapon that has armor piercing, yes.
Okay. All right, so I take 1 point of damage. Fair enough.
I just want you to know that this one specific synthetic that I'm basing these rolls off for, their signature item is a bag of cat treats for Adrian.
I love that.
So, who's up next?
Up next is Nelson.
Oh. Okay.
Really?
Wait a minute. I'm missing someone.
I was going
I'm
to say,
missing someone.
I'm at an 11, so I figured I was
Oh,
going
it's Sajad.
Okay.
Next is Sajad. I don't know why I forgot you.
It's fine. It's fine. What is the range between me and Sykes? Is it medium, engaged? What are we looking at here? Actually, no. Better question. The working Joe that took a swung at Drabanowski. How far?
I would say not engaged.
Short.
Like, yeah, short range.
Okay. So my priority is, keep the team alive. And working Joe just took a swung at one of my charges. We can't be having that.
That's a lot of successes and a panic.
Yep. So I am thinking 2 of those successes are going to be 2 more damage just to make sure that thing stays down. And I don't know what to do with the 3rd extra success.
Could knock it prone. You could knock the weapon out of its hand.
Do any of the synthetics have weapons in their hands?
The one with Jabakowski has the stun baton in its hand.
Ah,
And that's the one I'm expressly shooting. So, yeah, let's knock the weapon out of its hand.
Okie dokie.
Also, just out of curiosity, what am I taking cover behind?
I imagine probably counter.
Hmm?
Like a counter.
So furniture, okay.
Furniture, yeah.
All right. So, technically speaking, okay, I'll just worry about that next time. Sykes takes a shot at me. Is the synthetic still standing?
Yes, it is still standing.
Wow, full 4 damage shotgun blast. Okay, fair enough.
They tanky.
All right. I'm fairly sure I can't take another shot or do anything, and I really don't want to lose my little bit of cover here. So I believe that's it for me. I am going to just make one quick snark at Sykes. You can still just do the normal route. We don't have to make this a total bloodbath.
You came onto my station and you're demanding to take control. That's not gonna fly. And you can realize in his head he's thinking that he might still be able to win this with the synthetics here. And he still thinks that there's a chance of this. Even though he is bleeding profusely.
Well, his funeral then. So I believe there's still at least one more synthetic and Nelson left in the turn order.
Yeah.
Yep.
Am I going before or after the synthetic?
After. Synthetic number 3 is going after. God ran for it, so Drabikowski is the one that's kind of out in the open. Takes out its own stun baton and is gonna try for Drabikowski again. Which, that's a success. So that's a smack with the stun baton, which is another damage and a stamina roll.
Before you go through, I would like to point out that Drabikowski, if not mistaken, has not used their fast action. They could block.
That is true.
Can I try to block, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, if I'm reading this correctly, you roll your close combat. Ooh, you roll before the attacker rolls their strike for E. Okay.
We'll let it roll.
Okay. Yeah. Roll close combat, and
Oh,
for each success you roll, you can decrease damage, counterattack, or disarm your enemy. And oh,
Okay. I want to do. I have 3 successes, so do I get to choose 2 or 3?
Also, if you decrease the damage to 0 with a stun baton, does that
It misses.
eliminate the stun effect?
It
If
just
you
misses.
so
Okay. Sounds like you should definitely do that.
I'm going to do that. I was just
Yeah. For each success you roll, choose an effect. So
Mhm.
you can
You can-
choose multiple.
I was going to do all 3. Kind of show off.
That is fine.
But you also have a panic roll.
Yes.
You do have a panic roll. So now you are seeking cover, I believe.
that reminds me, we did not resolve my panic from my turn.
Oh. Because you got a panic along with your shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Well, Drapakowski expertly stops this synthetic from stunning her and then ducks behind a convenient piece of furniture. And like one swift move, like spy move.
Say, nope. Not about having that.
All right, and if I'm not mistaken, doesn't that also make all of that would make our stress go up, but her stress go down? Correct?
Yep.
Yeah, you might want to roll your stress before.
Yeah. All right, let me go ahead and roll that panic real quick to see what I. Yeah, okay. What does a 10 do?
10 is freeze. You're frozen by fear of stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increase by 1.
Okay,
All right, so
that
mine is
would
going up
be-
by 2. Got it.
that would
That
mean
is
that Drabakowski's would actually be a 12 on the panic roll. Because it would increase Drabakowski's by 1, increasing the roll by 1.
which would be another scream instead of seek cover,
Oh, okay.
which would decrease Drabakowski's stress level, but make everybody else roll a panic roll.
Great, love that. Mine is a 10.
Freeze and a drop item.
Okay.
So the
Does my
drop item
panic
stress. Sorry?
does my panic go up from that?
From the freeze?
Yeah.
Freeze, stress, your stress level and all friendly PCs increases by 1. For a 9, your stress level increases by 1.
Cool.
Drop a weapon, the GM decides which one. I'm gonna say you end up dropping your shotgun because that's what's in your hands.
Which is fair. Also, I would like to point out my stress is at 7 now.
Mine's at 8, so get on my level.
Mine is still at 5. It's just stayed there for.
Y'all are cascading. I need y'all to figure
Obvious
something out.
skill issue here, Shock.
I need y'all to figure something out.
So that makes it my turn? Is that
Mhm.
accurate?
Yep.
I would like to pick up the stun batons, if that's at all possible.
Sure.
Would I be able to use one?
Sure.
Okay. Then I would like to do that, and just in case you said yes, I went ahead and entered it into my weapon information, so we
Okay.
wouldn't have a wait. So I would like to use that on the most injured of the synthetics.
That would be the one that had attacked Jenny.
Oh my
Oh
god!
lordy. Oh lordy.
So, what happens when you have more than one panic?
You just roll the panic. That's it.
Okay. I'm just gonna go for damage.
Okay.
So, if I'm reading that right, that's 4 damage.
That is one synthetic down.
And now I'm going to roll my +8 panic roll. That's a 12. I'm screaming now.
I imagine it's a very not a shrill kind of scream. It's an ah as I'm beating the shit out of a dead horse scream.
So my panic goes down by 1 and everybody else makes panic rolls.
I'm just imagining like everybody just screaming. Like
We've memorized some of the panic table now. That's problematic.
Ada's tremble. He's
have to roll panic now.
yes.
Okay.
I mean, at least my stress isn't going up.
9
And the
is
stun
drop item.
batons are gone.
So I'm gonna say you drop your gun.
Fair.
And your stress level increases by 1.
Yay!
Okay.
I hope, though, I have established Nelson as a credible threat, because Nelson is the only person to have dropped a combatant as of yet.
You're also the only one out in the open, so there's a sense that's coming after you now.
Also, just for the record, I think that this would be an excellent time for the thing to happen for next round.
I think so.
Okay. Glad we're on the same page.
I think so. And this is a fantastic way to trigger it because the synthetic draws its own stun baton. Yes, we now have 3 stun batons.
Great.
And comes after you, swinging it down on you. As it connects with your shoulder, you get a very nasty shock. That is 2 damage, and I need you to roll a stamina.
Oh, 2 damage. Oh, 2 successes.
2 successes, so you are not stunned. However, this does trigger the epilepsy.
Yes. That's what we have been holding back, that my character is prone to epileptic seizures now.
So even though the stun baton pulls away, you are still convulsing, and it kind of drops you prone to the ground. Next up is Jericho's.
It just says that it disables. I don't know if that would mean prone or not.
If you're having an epileptic seizure, you're going to be prone.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I actually did research to find out how possible it was for this to be Nelson's first epileptic seizure, and it can happen as late as old age. So,
I mean, I guess he doesn't have to be, but if it's the absent seizures, but I assume you wanted something more dramatic.
oh, I want whatever's going to result in Nelson's death.
Because the absent seizure means that Nelson would just kind of zone out for a short while.
And that would mean he still is carrying the stun baton and looking like someone who would be able to pose a threat while not being able to block.
You drop to the ground, and now it is Drabikowski's turn.
I don't have my weapon anymore.
You can pick up your weapon.
That's why I'm going to pick up my weapon. Does that take my whole turn, or am I going to do something else?
Did you roll just a 9? It's a quick action to pick up your weapon, so you can use your slow action to fire if you want to.
Okay. Yes.
There are 2 synthetics, and one is notably injured, and one has not been hit yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one that hasn't been hit yet.
Okay. Would you like to do extra damage with that die?
Yes.
And that is a panic roll, madam.
12.
You are screaming again.
Okay.
What happens when you get to a stress level of 10?
We're just capping out. That's it.
Okay.
We're not counting any higher.
But I go down.
We can't count beyond 10. Yes,
It's impossible. But that increases everyone else's stress, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We should be used to the screaming by now.
Wait, is it stress or panic roll? It's a panic roll, not stress.
Oh, shit. 9.
You're dropping things. But you're already on the ground, so...
Yeah.
You're hiding.
I'm already hiding.
Are any of the stress levels changed because of that?
Because of the hiding?
Or from mine?
No, just... No.
Okay.
Stress level of friendly PCs in short range increased by 1, so Janie's goes up 1.
Okay.
Janie's and mine? Or...
You're having a seizure. You can't exactly...
Fair enough.
So
You
does
don't
that
know
mean
what's
mine?
going on right now.
So does that mean mine does still go down, given the fact that I'm still in cover?
Yes.
Okay, I take that. All right.
This is such a cascade.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Stykes, who's gonna shamble over. Because now he's gotta pick a bone with Sajad. He's gonna try to shoot at you again. That's a lot of 4s. Too bad they don't matter in this system. That is 1 success. So that is 1 damage.
So, this is what I was mentioning earlier that I would bring up when it happens again. Am I still in cover from Sykes? Or did he stumble over as though I would be out of cover?
Shambled over to try to get you out of cover.
Never mind, I'll take the 1 damage.
Purposefully did it, despite being injured, to try to pick a bone with you. But now it's your turn, so you can get that revenge.
Wasn't I frozen? I cannot take my slow action this turn?
You cannot take your slow action, but you can take a quick action.
Which is why I'm drawing a pistol, which is all I can really do. Very much hoping that I'll manage to survive long enough to actually use it.
I'm very much
You have
hoping
your
I
shotgun.
won't.
But drawing the pistol is faster. Arguably, yes.
Okay.
It's same, mechanically speaking, same speed. But military training, in my mind, would be if you drop your primary, you draw your secondary. You don't go pick up your primary first.
Valid and fair.
But yeah.
Valid and fair. Okay. So then it moves on to synthetic.
And my turn is
gonna-
over.
Yeah. Your turn's over. We're gonna say that you spent your turn seizing and that turn is passed, and we'll say that the seizure is passed. How's that sound?
Sounds fine to me. Just gonna stab somebody's foot with a stun baton.
Synthetic number 3 is gonna go after Dravakowski again with 1 damage with the stun baton.
Block
Can
it,
you
block
make
it,
us
block it.
block it, do it.
I'm doing that. Just close combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not getting you today.
No panic either.
No
Yeah.
panics.
Make sure it's not like the sun isn't up at some weird hour because that hasn't happened yet. This session. Okay, so I blocked it and I not going to take damage. So I'm reducing damage.
Yep. Nelson spent turn seizing.
There were 2 successes. Did you have to block 2 damage, or were you able to disarm?
Oh, disarm. Disarm and block damage.
Very good.
Sorry, we need every benefit that's possible since we just went in and started firing.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't start the attacking. They started.
We is in air quotes because it was definitely Sajad.
I didn't see that happen.
So next up is the other synth, who is gonna be relentless and hit Nilsson while he's down.
Fantastic.
Synths are jerks. Working Joes are awful. Have you seen Alien Isolation? They are mean.
No,
Yes. Yes, they are.
I was
Hate those
literally saying fantastic.
Yes, I know, because you want to die.
Cat,
1 damage.
cat. I'm dead.
guys. No, you're not.
I know for a fact you are not.
You're just
What?
critically injured.
I have none of my health bars are left.
Yes. So you now roll a 1d6 to see what happens.
Okay. So is that just a custom roll?
You roll so there should be a thing on there on the character sheet that's a 1d66. So you roll that, and that's the critical injury table.
31.
All right, let me find the critical injury table. Broken nose. So this guy smashes the sun baton on your face. And it is just smashed and gushing blood, so you were choking on it.
That hurts so much because it actually gives me negative to my two primary skills, manipulation and observation.
Yep.
Oh, did they hit with a stun baton?
Yep.
Do I need
So
to make
roll
a
that
stamina?
Roll it.
1 success and 1 panic.
Make that panic roll, baby.
It's a 9.
Drop an item. You have a stun baton in your hand. You drop it.
Okay.
Alright. So, not only is your nose broken, you are what the game is considered calls broken. So, for the time being, you are in fact down for the count. We can get you back up, or you could just effectively sleep it off with a 10-minute nap.
Okay. Is there any mechanic to stay in the fight heroically and then, like, pass after? Because I would love that kind of mechanic right about now.
I'm not seeing one. Make can create one.
What's the question?
Is there any mechanic to stay in the fight to help them out, but then be gone afterward?
Mm-hmm. Mechanically, there is not, but I wouldn't argue against it.
Awesome. I would love
narrative
to
pushing yourself.
I would love to help them out and leave a wonderful impression of a heroic Nelson as he passes.
I am game. You would like to force yourself out of this stupor, coughing up blood and coughing. Whose turn is it? Strabakowski's, I think, because the synthetic just
That sounds
beat the
right.
shit out of you. Yeah. Strabakowski, your turn.
Sorry, my camera's falling down. Who's left?
There are 2 synthetics.
Okay.
One is standing over Nelson, and one is attacking you. And then Styx is going after Sajad.
I'm gonna try to defend the one that's standing over me. I want to try to shoot.
Okie dokie. Take that shot.
One success and 1 panic.
Alright. Make me that panic roll, baby.
A 12. So I'm screaming again.
You're screaming.
But I dropped down to stress, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And we go up a stress.
Sorry.
The scream
It's
is the
fine.
panic
I'm
roll.
dying. I have infinite stress right now.
The scream is the panic roll. There's
Oh,
so
that's
much
higher.
panic.
That's a 13.
Alright. So, wait, I'm blanking. Did our panic go up because of the scream, or are we just rolling panic rolls ourselves?
We
because of the
roll
scream?
panic rolls because of the screen.
Okay.
And I've gone to new heights on panic.
7 is a nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs at short range of you increase by 1.
Of course.
So what is 13
Okay.
do?
So I'm gonna let you do this. I'm gonna let you factor the additional stress from Sajad's roll into yours, because a 14 is much cooler and you'll like it a lot more.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
14 is Berserk. You must immediately attack the nearest person or creature, friendly or not. You won't stop until you or the target is broken. Every friendly creature who witnesses your rampage must make an immediate panic roll.
Okay. So that's an out of turn attack.
Yes.
So, question. I dropped a stun baton. Do I still have a stun baton since I picked up 2?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna attack then.
I'll let you go at it with the synthetic, and you guys can just
Oh
have.
my god!
You
No
guys can just
success.
have this massive brawling match.
I just rolled 14 dice. No successes, no panic. Just literally flailing.
Not a damn thing.
And refresh my memory, who is the Nelson flailing at?
A
One of
synthetic.
the synthetics, the one that
Okay.
just broke my nose.
All right. And if I'm not mistaken, we're all supposed to be rolling
Rolling
a
panic.
panic.
Yeah.
As we witness this.
But Nelson is doing this until one of them is broken, so.
That's a 13. Oh my god, that's another scream.
We're done making panic rolls, guys. We're done. I'm making an executive decision. We're just done.
What is a 13? Because you never said what a 13 is.
13 is flee. You flee to a safe place and refuse to leave it. You won't attack anyone and won't attempt anything dangerous. You're not allowed to make a retreat roll. Your stress level is decreased by 1, but every friendly who sees you run makes an immediate panic roll.
All
We're
right.
done with panic rolls, people. We're done.
So we're not making that panic roll.
No, we're done. It's over. Even I get sick of them.
God, the cascades are so awful.
Once they go, they go.
Do you want to alternatively increase panic or something else?
No,
Okay,
we're just done.
that's fine.
But you're still going berserk. You're just going
Yeah.
at it with this synthetic. And we're just gonna say you're going at it with this synthetic until
And
it's done.
Drabikowski is running?
Yeah, I guess my
Alikowski is running.
You know what? Valid.
Is taking the chance to slip on by.
I think we may have broken the system, Meg.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The question is, where are you running to, Drabikowski? Where are you going? Where are you heading, babe?
I guess the way we came, just out, like I'm just leaving.
Oh,
Tired
this
of
is-
nipples, tired of, getting stunned or almost stunned.
Very sore throat from all the screaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm the only one engaged with the synthetics.
And Sykes goes before me, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Great.
The Sykes missed. Please shoot this man.
Please shoot this man.
I mean, it is in fact my turn now, correct?
It is your turn. Shoot this man.
Shooting this man.
Hey!
You have shot the man. The man is dead.
And now Nelson's gonna be dead along with
Between
him.
the eyes. Between the eyes.
Okay.
He hits the
And-
ground with a solid thump.
And the working Joes aren't just going to immediately stop down that the commanding officer is no longer breathing, of course.
Nope.
Because that would have been too easy.
Yep. They are now just zeroed in on the threat that is Nelson. Trying to beat the shit out of a synthetic, but is actually getting the shit beat out of him.
I mean, if I remember correctly, it's supposed to stop when one or the other gets broken. He's already broken.
Eh.
Double broken.
That's just dead.
Double secret broken.
We're getting the cat broken.
Speaking of, the synthetic goes before me, right?
Yes.
Hit me!
Yep. The synthetic do be hitting.
He gave you a hug.
He be
And-
smacking you.
Do I roll on critical injury again or something?
You be taking that damage, and you do be rolling on that critical injury. Another fucking 31. Roll again. Let's make this
What
interesting.
the hell? 34.
34.
Gouged eye. That's...
I don't know how that happened. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't want to explain it because...
Let's not. Let's
Yeah. Let's just say, like, bashed eye. Same effect.
But you are no longer berserking. You're just getting the shit beat out of you.
Yeah, I'm just dying. You might not even, like, hear breath anymore from Nelson at this point.
Which, Nelson, it's technically your turn. Which you're broken, so I guess you can't really take a turn. It's the other set's turn.
Oh
Still
god,
beating
because...
the shit out of you.
Yep.
Would you like to roll on that table again?
Sure. 22.
Oh, he stepped on your foot.
Broke your toes.
But I don't have another space for a critical injury.
Yes, that means you're dead.
I died by toe stomp.
No,
Okay.
no.
Drebikowski is still trying to find a safe place to go.
Yeah, you're actually still alive. It is until you roll something that is listed as fatal that you die.
Yeah. Which is only
Oh.
like 4 things.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be this difficult to die in the horror system.
I'm actually rather surprised.
I'm fine with being creative and letting things happen if it's
I mean, there's
magic
at
enough.
least there would
I am
be
fine
at
with
least
letting the
one.
synthetics bash the brains in.
Yeah, that
I'm fine
that
with
makes
that.
total sense.
Let's let the synthetics bash the brains in.
Nelson is soup.
Okay,
Good job.
so I'm going to I'm going to shoot whichever one is more injured. Not actually no, I'm going to pick up my shotgun and then shoot the one that's more injured.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and dump all of that into damage. And I'll just take the stress because we're not rolling any more panic because we are done with panic.
We're done with panic. Fuck panic.
I want to roll on my own. I don't want to spam the thing. I want to see how many rolls it would take for me to get dead. Never mind, my dice like rolling high.
Did you immediately just die?
A 66.
Ha.
Yeah. Your dice just immediately said enough of this.
They were like, we're done. What more do you want? My heart was impaled.
That is one synthetic down.
Okay, wait. I'm just double checking something because I just realized there's actually more ways to die on this list than just those few at the end.
There's ways to die, they just take a little bit of time.
Yes, if they have a time limit, you're supposed to make a death save at the end of that time limit. See if you actually die. They're still rather high, but yeah, no, you haven't hit any of them just yet. All right. So the other synth goes, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it Nelson first?
Nelson first, but Nelson is pretty fucked. Pretty
Nelson
fucked.
is pretty fucked. That's a wonderful tombstone.
Is pretty fucked. And not moving.
Oh.
Not moving. Doesn't seem to be conscious or even breathing. And the synthetic is continuing to bash his brains in.
Right. So 5
Or
damage is not enough.
realizing that you are there. And is turning on you now.
So how many synthetics are still standing?
One.
Okay.
With a nice little label on it that says crash. He has a name.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell Lark about this. So which one of us is going first? The synthetic or me?
The synthetic.
Great.
At least you know how
Because-
difficult it is to die.
Who's gonna take his bloody stun baton and swing it at you with.
And of course, I'm going to attempt to block. Just close combat. Where are you, close combat? There you are.
So that was 3 success on my end, 1 on yours. And you've got 3 body armor.
Uh-huh.
So that cancels out.
Oh, would you be able to disarm then, since your armor cancels out?
Meg, your call.
I'll allow it.
All right. So he is now disarmed and engaged range. So let's see what this shot can do. With my stress at a very scary 9.
That is 4 success and 4 panic. Good thing we're not rolling panic, and 5 damage is enough to kill him. Crash is dead. Fritzing out and leaking milk on the floor.
As brave Nelson tanked with his brains. Gonna eventually kill Rise one of these days.
Right. So, yeah, with that done, we're going to see if Nelson can be, saved. Like, as a player, I know that probably not. So John's still going to make an attempt.
There's nothing even to make an attempt with.
Well, this is not going to look good on the report.
You know what I love, though? I didn't have to do one line in that stupid British accent.
You're welcome, Sin.
I appreciate it. And Sin was killed by synthetics, which is just...
Okay. All right. Great. I'm hurting. I'm down 1 team member. Drabanowski's running around. The working Joes are nominally hostile now. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see if I can salvage anything. I'm gonna go turn over to Sykes' computer, hoping that it's still, up and open, seeing that I kind of surprised him and didn't really have time to lock it. And see if I can take proper command of this facility.
So, the terminal doesn't have much on it. It's got the map of the station and noted areas where prisoners were found. and theoretically where people were hiding. Places that were locked down, places that were noted to have been consumed by the fires. Things like that. But you do note that there is a new correspondence that seemed to recently arrive. Seems
Oh,
like it
no.
was in. Seems like it might have been in response to the message that Lark sent out.
Well, I'm curious. Let's see what this correspondence says. Okay. Now that is interesting. Well, I'm just going to type in a. Let's see. I have how many team members still alive? Things, Krabanowski, Lark. Who am I forgetting?
There's Hedenstrom, Ijiri, and Luger.
Luger. All right. So I'm going to send a response to this message, which reads: "Aware of your situation, expedited rescue team arrival within 6 hours." That there are a total of six. Yes, 6 individuals needing to be extracted from site, and seeing that I'm using Sykes' signature, I'm going to write that Sykes is not going to be one of those figures. He's going to go down with the ship.
Hmm.
Okay. And do I have any comms with the surviving team members, or do I have to hunt them down individually?
With your team,
Yes.
you've got comms.
All right. All right, everyone. Sound in. We have a bit of a situation. Got some good news, and I got some bad news.
Is everyone all right, Sergeant?
Unfortunately, that's a part of the bad news. Good news is two parts. Number one, we have nominal control of the facility. And number two, we do not need to prioritize the repair of our ship. A rescue team is already on its way with an expected ETA of 6 hours.
Well,
Bad news, Sykes was uncooperative with the transfer of power, and unfortunately, Nelson is a casualty of said hostilities.
that is unpleasant to hear, Sergeant. I am currently. Crap, what was I doing? Besides what I'm actually doing. Uh, I was looking for something. Wasn't the arms? We already took care of the arms. Oh, it was fuel cells. That's right. I am currently in the process of looking for fuel cells for our vessel, but apparently, if that is not needed, I could rendezvous with you.
I would still like to keep the ship under lockdown to ensure none of the inmates here get a wild idea. But if you if you are capable of securing the ship before you leave, feel free to do so.
I can make my way there.
All right. We have 6 hours to work with. Let's see if we can get some of what we're here for done before the rescue team gets here. I don't want this entire thing to be Nelson to lose his life for nothing.
By any chance, did they indicate who the rescue vessel is coming?
They did not specify the exact one. But we do have a data designation of ironfish, if that means anything to you.
Not immediately, no. I mean,
If
that was
something comes
curiosity.
up, keep me posted.
Very well, sir. So, Lark.
Question, Meg?
Yes.
Would you like Drabakowski to happen across the cat wandering the ship?
Sure. You can introduce yourself however you'd like.
I'm just going to ask, is she still running?
You mean you can run? You only have to run for like one round. After that, the effect wears off.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
I was gonna say, though, if you're just, like, sitting in the corridor at some point, Adrian would probably come up to you and just, like, do the nuzzle on the legs, which I actually have a role. I have an ability called Purr. Your stress goes down by 1 level.
Awesome. But am I allowed to pick up the nice cat that I found?
The cat looks like he is willing to be picked up.
Okay.
It's a black and white tuxedo cat. He's a little chubby.
Well, I am going to, now that I'm not running anymore, I will try to find what's left of the team.
Also, holy shit, I can spam that, like, once per turn.
Lark is, I imagine during all of these shenanigans, Lark has basically been trying to document the inside of this vessel that she found. Pictures, video, that kind of stuff, all on her PDAT. That way she has a record. And then after talking to the sergeant, she will try to secure it. Which, I mean, it seems to be fairly secure on its own. And then try to make her way back to the ship that came in on.
The Katarina?
Yep.
Is that where you guys are going to rendezvous?
Yep. All right.
You calling everybody back?
Yeah, I'm gonna send out a message. All right, everyone, we're gonna make it back to the Catarina, meet back up, compare notes, see what's the current situation, and then we're going to do what research we can before the rescue team gets here. Everyone stay safe, don't take any stupid risks. The working Joes are not to be trusted until the facility is fully secured, and I'm not entirely sure that's going to be possible.
It is at this point when you discover that Adrian is a shoulder cat and wants to climb up on your shoulders.
So when I get to, when Jabowski gets to the rendezvous spot, you see our new cat friend Adrian as well.
Which, I do have a very important question, Meg. How many
Yeah.
turns does it take to get to the rendezvous?
Many turns?
Yeah.
Quite a
Quite a
few.
bit.
Yeah.
Would you
If I
like
read
me
the-
to check, or would you like me to say that I reduce stress to 0? Because
I'm gonna say it probably reduces stress to 0 because a turn is not that long time wise.
that's fair. So
according to the way some of
Trabakowski
these
goes down on
written-
stress.
Oh no, a turn is 5 to 10 minutes, so
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, okay.
a round is 5 to 10 seconds. I got those mixed up in my head. So 5 to 10 minutes, we'll call it 2 turns.
Okay. Dang it! No 6s. I am sorry.
It's okay.
There was an attempt made.
And actually, along the way, if I can find a working communications console before I hook back up with everyone else.
Yeah, what you got?
I want to send an encrypted message back to the company, and presumably to, I mean, if I can send it to this incoming ship, as a reply or something like that to them. And I want to upload the information that I got on this weird corrupted vessel thing, with a message saying that I believe that this should be a top priority to secure and examine this particular artifact.
Okay. So you get
And then
that
we'll-
message out.
And then I'll make my merry way back to the others.
Are you guys meeting back on the Katarina or just outside of it?
I would say just outside of it.
Yeah, because getting back on it was not easy, if I remember correctly, right?
It's just going through the umbilical.
Did Nelson almost die going through the umbilical last time?
No, we went
There
around.
was an alien involved.
Oh, that's right.
Passed by the corpse of Cuddles.
Cuddles.
At which Adrian hisses and spits at.
Sergeant, I see that Dr. Nelson is no longer with us.
Unfortunately,
That is too bad. How are you?
I've seen better days, but I'll survive. So, what's everyone else's situation?
Well, we did manage to secure the loading arms, though it appears that they will be unnecessary at this point.
All right, no, that's good. With Sykes out of the picture, the inmates are going to be more or less cooperative with us. Like I said earlier, the working Joes are not to be trusted. I did not have access to their command software from Sykes' terminal at the time. So they may still be operating off of old commands, and they may recognize me in particular as a hostile threat. So keep that in mind. Drabanowski, what's your situation? Where did you go after things got a little heated? Also, I see you have a new friend. Meow.
Yes, I was picking up a new friend. Oh, I guess I should her, and then she'll like.
While I commend you for keeping yourself safe and acquiring a new team member, I really wish you wouldn't have ran like that, but it's in the past. We can move on. As long as nothing else goes wrong in this mission, I'll just deal with the situation.
Adrian's going to jump over to Sajad's shoulder and start needling.
Sajad, knowing cats be cats, is going to try to stoically deal with it and not try to stop it or mess with the cat.
The next purr I do actually will affect everyone in short range, so...
Historically, pets such as this, felines in particular, have been known to be quite useful in therapeutic settings as ways to relieve stress and put people at ease. Have a seat, Sergeant. Enjoy the sensation. Here. And she's going to hand you Poppet, her little rag doll. And I'm going to use Counselor on him to try to reduce some of that stress with a command roll.
Please.
I am, yeah. Getting you some therapy.
I do have a question. How long would we have to interact with our item for it to reduce stress?
Just interact with it.
Okay.
So that's -3 stress. Yeah.
Oh, sweet heaven, thank you. Back to the single digits.
Robert Kowski's going to take like a picture out of her pocket and just look at it for a little while. It's a picture of her family. That's her item.
Okay.
Would that be a long enough interaction that I could use the purr?
Yeah.
And do I get one?
Some purrs.
Do I get one?
Dang it!
I am going to, have holding Mr. You said Mr. Poppet was the
Poppet.
ragdoll's? Yeah. Well, one hand holds Mr. Poppet. I'm going to reach up and, stroke the cat's right underneath the chin. All right. Okay. So, does anybody know where the supposed extremophiles we were sent here to study are?
I can only imagine they were the entities that were found in the biolab.
Right. Okay. So unless anybody has any other complaints, I would suggest we move as a team, head to the biolabs, and once again, do what research we can while we wait for the rescue team.
Yes, if we can find a way to secure those and bring them back, that would be exemplary.
I have a question.
No promises, but we'll keep an eye out for it.
Did you read the email to the team about Ironfish, or did you just ask Lark about that?
It was over open comms, but it was mainly directed to Lark.
Okay. So Rob Bukowski's just not even going to argue with you all. She's just happily going to go along. and be very helpful.
Question. Would Sajad have encountered my signature item in checking for Nelson to be alive?
That would depend. What was your signature item?
I don't want to say in case you didn't encounter my signature item.
Where would your signature item would have been located on your body?
It would have been in like easy access, like probably in a front pocket.
There is a decent chance, given that I was probably checking your vitals via the neck. So,
Just throw observation.
That seems fair to me.
unless Meg has any arguments with that,
Go forth and do great things.
all right. One
I'm
observation.
here for the drama. I think that's a fitting role. Sam, would you like to inform him of what you found?
Yes, I would love to inform you of what you found. You found a secret decryption card for Erebos.
All right. Interesting. Now, when you say decryption card, is that like a standard paper decryption card, like old style, or do I have to plug this thing into a computer?
I would think, from based on what it says in the thing, that it would be like a cipher decryption. At least that's what it seems like to me. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Did
Meg.
you share? Did you have that with anybody else?
I would not have shared that information with anybody else.
Okay.
But if it is a cipher card, which means I can just use it while walking around and just look up what I need, I'm going to see what Iron Fish gives me while I have everybody go in front of me and I'm rear guard just looking it over.
I do absolutely love drama, and the only part of Nelson dying that was negative was the possible drama of you discovering that card.
Actually, no, now that I think about the timeline, there's a good solid 20 minutes where I'm all by myself. I had plenty of time to figure out what that card does. I don't have to be extra sneaky with that.
So the only thing that comes up with Ironfish is that it's a project that's being run on station.
Doesn't say where that project's being held at.
Says that it just suggests that there's possibility that the daughter mainframes might be running it. There are two sets of mainframes on the station. There's the mother mainframe, and then there are the daughter mainframes.
Mm-hmm.
And they are used for two separate things. The mother mainframe operates the majority of the facility, and the daughter mainframes run I don't remember. I don't know the word, but they run. They analyze frequencies from the black hole, basically. They analyze frequencies and interpret them. That is their whole purpose.
Okay. And from the map of the facility that I saw on Sykes' computer, where would I find the daughter mainframes?
The daughter mainframes are hold on. I'm making sure. The daughter mainframes are in the comms tower, which are only accessible via the causeway on deck G.
Okay. All right. So when we get to the bio labs, I'm going to pull Lark aside. I'm going to let everybody else go in, start researching the extreme files, and see if they can figure out a way to secure them for extraction. But I'm going to pull Lark aside and was like, all right, were you able to find anything about ironfish?
No, the name is not one that I have seen in any of the data that I have accessed.
All right. Okay. I may have a lead on that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Nelson may have had some additional information on him that I may have found post-mortem. However, to follow up on the lead, we're going to have to go check up on the daughter mainframes over, and the only way I know of getting through to them is through Deck G.
Lark will pull up the facility map and see about figuring out the most optimal route.
Like I already said, I don't leave here empty-handed. And if we can't pull the extreme files, or they can't do enough research in the 5 hours or so we have left, I would rather pick up this extra little bit of data so we have something to turn over to the company afterwards. So this entire trip wasn't a waste all around. That said,
Certainly.
this day has already gone through enough hell. So I'd rather have somebody watching my back while I go get it.
Can
I would be
I
happy to accompany you.
can I eavesdrop at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that if you're trying to eavesdrop without them listening, that might be. I think on both sides it's going to be an observation.
Okay.
An observation for you to eavesdrop and an observation for them to see to notice you eavesdropping.
While they're doing that, can I attempt to purr?
Yes, you can attempt to purr.
Gah!
You're not a very good cat.
I'm an awful cat.
Cat's doing cat things like knocking things off the counter. So you're hearing what they're saying, but unfortunately I think that means they also notice you.
Okay.
For the record, I've rolled 30 dice and gotten 1 6.
I think what Roll 20 is saying is, you got your go. That's all I'm doing.
What do you expect from me? Sergeant, I believe that we are being observed. Is this a problem?
Grabanowski?
Yes, I'll go. I'll get the information for you.
I'd rather prefer it if you stuck here with the others. They might need your help more than us. Checking up on the specimens and whatnot.
I think I should go there, get the information.
Mm. And if I say no,
Then you said no. But you say a lot of stuff.
I do say a lot of stuff. And everything I say is to try and keep you all safe. As well as, protect company assets and all that nonsense.
Well, let me go with you.
Log, do you think the others would be fine if we took one more with us?
See, because that would leave Hedenstrom and Ejiri
Well,
and Luger. It's 3 and 3, so.
Look, we all know I can't command the cat. The cat does what the cat does.
the cat pads up, looking like he is going to lead the entire operation.
Got a little beret.
We know who's in charge as soon as the cat showed up.
Perhaps, Sergeant, if the 3 of us go to the daughter mainframes to attempt to secure this information, the rest of the party can stay here, secured within the lab, and work uninterrupted.
When you say 3, Adrian paws at your leg.
4.
I guess we can take one more. Technically, it would be 4. But yeah, all right, that's the plan. All right.
Lark is going to reach down and pick up this cat. Very Data with Spot. Fascinating. Just
Boops your nose.
stick the cat on my shoulder. You are a very lucky feline to have survived this long.
Wow.
Cats have 9 lives. Fairly sure he's on his 5th by now.
So you didn't find anything else on Ironfish? Just
You're
sorry.
you're fine. My cat's sitting on the keyboard.
Oh, speaking of cats, Meg, do I have an agenda as Adrian?
You should. Is it written on your thing?
No.
Is it
Hold
catnip?
on. Let's see. Your personal agenda is eat, sleep, and get the humans to give him all the attention.
I love that. And also, just for the record, if you ever need stealth, I literally have 11 dice to move undetected.
Perfect.
But convincing a cat to do literally anything, though.
I think this cat, out of my desire to be helpful now, will actually be cooperative. I got what I wanted.
Objectives.
Oh, was Sajad injured?
I did not take any critical injuries, but I am sitting on literally 1 hit point.
Okay. Can I use before we go? Can I use medical aid? I have 2 med kits to try and patch him up.
I think Drabakowski was injured too, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay, I can use 1 on each of you.
Well, I only have 1 hit point. Well, I have 3 total, and 1 is gone. So
Okay.
I think it probably needs it more.
Let's see. Where is medical talents? Here we go. Nope, that is not what I wanted. Where is my super suit? Where are my skills? My close combat ability, observation, contact, medical aid. Here we go. Person's health as a drug. Back on the cover. Number of health points equal to the number of successes. Okay. Well, let's do for Sajad. That's 1 success.
I mean, it's more than I had.
That's true.
How many days
And
you left, Sajad? Just 2? How many health do you have now?
2.
Okay.
For the record, though, you also have 3 armor, which Drabakowski does not.
Yeah. And 1 for Drabakowski.
Okay.
And how long does it take to administer medical aid? Angling for as many per attempts as I can possibly get.
Say about 5 minutes.
That's a per attempt. Hey! That time, 2 stress levels are removed from everyone in short range, so that would affect both Sajad and Drabakowski.
Awesome. Sorry, my camera doesn't want to stay up today.
And I'm happy. I finally had a use as the cat.
Speaking of cats, guess we decided to focus that around my desk.
So,
Hello, kitty cat. Hello, Nox.
Drabakowski is going to try to see if you have any other information on Ironfish.
You're going to try to see if who has any information on Ironfish?
I'm going to ask if you found anything else, or the smallest thing could be useful.
don't really know much. I know that the daughter mainframes are mainly for analyzing signals from the black hole, but that's about it. So, as far as I'm aware of, it's just data.
Can she see um the key or not?
Oh no, that's like tucked away. It's not out in the open.
Okay, I'll stop being suspicious. And just make sure that I have my gun, just in case.
Okay. You guys have settled up, you've healed, you've gotten a little break to reduce your stress levels. Now you're getting ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You gather up your supplies and your weapons and you turn to leave, and that doorway to the lab slides shut behind you, and you turn to take your first steps down the hall when out of the shadow you see as a tall, almost humanoid white figure steps out of that shadow with a long white skull with no eyes and a row of jagged teeth. Steps forth and kind of hisses and growls at you. And hunches over, almost like it's gearing up, getting ready to launch forward at you as an attack. And I think we're going to take a break there and come back.
Take a break before we die.
What better way?
Should always take a break before life-threatening interventions.
Exactly.
Well, this is a little bit awkward.
A little bit. But it's okay.
It's okay, I'm awkward all the time. You just get used to it.
It does, in fact, happen sometimes.
Yes, that's all right.
And hey, we're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We left off with our quartet. We have quartet, because we can't forget the cat. Facing
Cat won't let you forget the cat.
They're facing a deacon that has crept up out of the shadows, is staring them down at the other end of the hallway, blocking their path. Is crouched over and is gearing up to lunge at them. It lets out a horrific screech. So I need everyone to make me a panic roll. We're starting off strong. I said I wasn't going to do it, but we're bringing them back. But everybody's stress level has gotten down to a more manageable point. See, you don't even have to worry. Well, that 9 is a worry.
Should I make one since I am leaving the area?
Now, does Cat have to make panic rolls?
Cat does have a stress level.
I mean, it makes
Well-
sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 is drop item. Who rolled the 9?
That would
You're
have been me.
fine. Do you have something in your hands?
I mean, given this day, I'm fairly sure I was walking around with a shotgun at low ready. So, shotgun's back on the ground again.
It startled you. Your stress level increases by 1.
Oh, yay. We're back on this train.
Yeah.
What is a 1, 2, or 4?
They are not to be worried about.
Okay.
You don't start seeing anything on the panic table until you hit a 7 or above.
Oh, neat.
Well then, I'm hissing and moving away.
So, initiatives?
Initiatives.
That's not what I want.
Why are there 3 7s? You know what? How about we do this like we do Death in Space? We do popcorn style.
Okay.
Popcorn it. Who's going first? The deacon already went, so
Well then, the rest of us would go then, correct?
Yes. So, let's lead this off. Draw a sight on fire. I'm guessing it's about still medium range, or is it closer than that?
we'll say medium range.
Yeah, okay.
As a successful hit.
1 damage. Not bad. Not bad.
Do I need to make a mobility roll to get out of dodge?
Are you getting into a vent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I succeed at mobility.
Scurry into a vent. Curl up out of the way.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Who's next?
I can go.
Go forth.
Okay. This is going to be a shoot the thing. I didn't get any successes.
That's unfortunate.
I tried.
Now you see why stress can be helpful sometimes.
That's the trade-off.
Okay.
Does that mean Lark would be next?
Yes.
Lark, this starts happening, and guns going off and everything, and head kind of tilts to the side for a second, and she glances down. She's going to take a step forward, pick up Sajad's shotgun, and try to shoot this thing. Which would be what, ranged combat?
Yeah.
Got one success.
That is 2 damage.
And she kind of looks down at it. Huh. I see why you like this, Sergeant.
That brings us back to top of round.
Mm-hmm.
Up a round, which means it's the Deacon's turn. And that puts Lark is probably the closest one.
Shotgun is short range.
Yeah.
Shotgun, a shotgun. What are you talking about?
So the Deacon is going to rush forward and swipe at Lark with his claws.
How dare.
Is going to completely go wide and just Lark, I imagine, steps back out of the way rather quickly. And it's just far enough to get out of reach. Yeah, it missed. And I think we'll just go in the same order. So I guess the next one was Sajad.
Yep. All right, so let's kind of keep up with the pistol fire. Bonus damage and knock it down, and then let's deal with the panic. Unless you just wanted to add to the stress and not bother rolling.
Oh, we're rolling now.
Fun times.
Tremble. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops.
Is it all using what skill?
Agility.
Is your
Oh,
ranged
okay.
combat score.
Oh, that's fun.
And there was Adrian, who is napping, and Jabakowski.
Okay, let's try this shooting thing again.
Oh my god.
Nothing.
Somehow the shot goes wide. Actually, we're gonna say this: the gun jams. It jams this time.
Okay.
It takes a second that the bolt the chamber needs to be cleared out.
Okay. Oops. Sorry, the camera doesn't want to stay up at all.
Sounds a lot like that. And Lark.
Shoot it again. One success.
Ow.
Click, click, boom.
That's an ouch. It is still standing and it's very, very mad. It's gonna shriek and raise its claws again, but before it can attack, there's a very shrill whistle that resonates not in your ears but in your heads. And the deacon actually shrinks and backs off. moving back towards a corner and taking a seat. Well, not necessarily a seat, but well, yeah, it does take a seat. And waits. Drabakowski, you recognize this figure as the strange, almost biomechanical being that you saw before walks out of the shadow, runs its hand over the perfectly smooth dome of the deacon that you just had an altercation with. And they turn and stare at you all. They reach out, beckoning towards you, not with any sort of malice, but almost as an invitation. Shake hands, touch.
Like, are they specifically doing this towards Strebakowski?
Just you all in general.
Reach out of the vent, pawing at air.
Okay. So, back on me then?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
want to act.
Well, yeah, I do. It's still.
We're out of combat at this point.
Mhm.
You can kind of
Okay.
act as you are.
Okay. So, it's down. We're good. All right. Everybody all right?
Go quiet.
Meow.
All right.
Who is this individual?
Oh, it's different than what attacked me and Nelson when we first got off ship. Kinda.
Yeah, I ran into them earlier.
Can I come out of the vent and sniff at the creature? Like, not the deacon, but the being.
Yes.
What does this creature smell like?
Metal and ichor.
Going to
Almost like. Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to pull away and do the arching of the back type thing and go back behind Sajad.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, saying that, I'm still going to kick the thing and says, all right. Well, here's hoping that there's only one of these things.
I am cat and I have cat.
Kitty cat.
Seems to be both biological and mechanical.
All right. So, clearly artificial.
Oops. Should we follow, do you think?
Don't we have something we were going to do?
We do. I wouldn't recommend it. As far as we can tell, it behaves like a wild animal. It's wounded. And it knows we're a threat. It's in any way intelligent. It's going to either leave us alone or try it for an ambush. So keep your head on the swivel and let's go.
Images flood your mind of a sense of warmth. That welcoming sensation of a hug. That firm grip of a handshake. Smell
Get on
of,
my back and go into play mode.
smell of paper and ink, scratch of a pen. Very clearly trying to get your attention, that's trying to say hello. Start a formal conversation with you.
I believe, Sergeant, that it may be beneficial to our mission to see what this creature, this individual, knows. They may have information that is vital to our mission.
All right. But we're still going to take this cautiously. And I'm not ready to fully trust this thing.
Well, I don't trust it at all. I don't trust any of you either, so.
I would be careful, Doctor. Your paranoia seems to be getting the better of you.
Adrian uses Drabakowski's leg as a scratching post.
Okay, I trust the cat. The rest of you, no.
Oh,
I used to have a cat just like this.
Sergeant, would you like your weapon back?
Yes, but in exchange, here, take the pistol.
Thank you, Sergeant. This could come in handy.
Yeah, I could. All right.
So you're staying to try to communicate with it?
Mm-hmm.
So once it sees that you are open to communication with it, the sensation that you get is that it feels more elated, glad that you are being receptive before it seems to dive into its true purpose. Images of grotesque and morbid beauty flood your mind. A flesh and metal tree twists in a surreal landscape, its bark made up of 1,000 writhing faces. Blue sky fades to white. Black vines dig in gray soil, birthing a ribbed landscape of swelling bronchi and pulsing aortas. The tree grows ripe and rots. Pollen explodes everywhere, choking off life, mutating whole forests. Planet's surface becomes a crisscross of wiggling tree limbs, grasping and closing off the sky above them. The world explodes, spiked trees impale other worlds, starting the process again. A broken genetic code appears in your head, an incomplete formula. One of you knows it, the 26th Draconis strain. Which one of you? It doesn't matter. Now you all know it. A wave of forest rolls over this new world. It bears down on you. You give the formula to the perfected. The wave strikes, but it grows around you instead of through you. The message is clear. Give this thing to the perfected and be spared. Do not and die.
So immediately after that, not even caring if the others see, Sajad's just going to pull out from his pack this worn small book, and he just like starts fervently flipping through it, checking random passages, muttering about the Dracarna strain and the perfected to himself. He
Lark
seems
almost looks distracted now, like she's almost kind of like looking off into the distance, and she's kind of playing back that whole thing internally, and is like distracted by this landscape, this beautiful, horrible thing that they saw, and is just kind of in a fascination. She's not paying much attention to the rest of y'all right now.
I was muted. Sorry. Jabowski's taking notes, and she draws like, including a sketch of the figure, like calmly. But this is an educational moment.
Cat is taking the moment to purr. One stress relief.
okay. Okay. All right. This is good. Wait, did you guys see that too? Please tell me I'm not going crazy.
I have seen that Meg has taken their more powerful form. Which does
yes.
concern me.
My
headset was dying.
Yes, Sergeant, I believe we all must have seen it.
All right. Okay.
How are you both feeling right now after that experience? Emotional state, physical state, any changes?
Lark just kind of
Little.
looks at you and almost grins. Like, but it's not something that reaches her eyes. And she's like, Doctor, I'm a synthetic. We don't have those particular needs and feelings.
She just nods and writes something in her notes.
Right. You believe that all you will. We'll get to that later. But no. This is excellent.
Okay.
Okay,
She writes.
Dravidnowski, I'm going to take a risk, but how familiar are you with Ryud and his writing?
pretty familiar.
Are you sure?
Okay, out of character, Janie is not, but I'm pretty sure the character would be.
Out of character, there's a very good chance that your character wouldn't, because their writing is banned.
Okay. I'm sorry, I just have been thinking. So it would be hard to find.
Yes, you would have to actively seek it out,
Okay.
and if you find it, you have to, not broadcast that you know it. That's
Okay.
why you open with, "I'm taking a risk here."
Now, why don't you just tell me all about it?
Okay, so this might be a confirmation of his works, of his words. That he may have been a bit more prophetic than most people take credit for. And we have a open path laid out in front of us. So
Um,
I do have the first of his writings here with me if you want to read over it yourself, but I have to have your word that I can trust you with this. And he kind of side eyes Lark real quick about that.
Lark's not looking at you.
yeah, I'll read it.
So Sajad hands Drabanowski his copy of The Space Beast.
Cat is reaching up as far as he can to try to paw the book.
Oh, you want to see it too? Cat, whose name I don't know.
Adrian.
What was?
Here's a little
I know.
tag.
Okay.
Here's a little
There we
colorful
go.
tag.
Okay, that works then. Do you want to read it too, Adrian?
Meow.
Then I will sit down on the floor and share the book with Adrian.
Adrian curls up in your lap, ready for book reading time.
This is completely normal.
There's no further indication of communication with them. The being, you get some inkling in your communication with them that they refer to themselves as the perfected. Seems to just melt back away into the darkness with a deacon following suit.
Is the perfected list at all in the book?
Meg, I'm gonna have to let you answer that one because I honestly don't know out of character.
No. Perfected is not in the book.
Is anything we saw in the vision in the book?
No.
Okay. So I will read it and take notes on it and return it.
But yeah, so he's going to be muttering to himself, making like odd connections, like the dragon and the perfected might be one and the same, and this might be the judgment that was predicted and all of that nonsense. Like he's just talking to himself, walking it through his own mind, and trying to make sense of everything.
Interesting. Are you going back to the mission, or you still have some more information to give us?
No, right. The mission. Yes, we. Okay. I also have to figure out what exactly is what 26 Dracona stream. What is that? But yes, mission first. Let's go.
Are you quite finished, Doctor?
Yes.
Well, I think we should investigate this further.
Who the perfected?
Yes.
Yes, we should. But we have something else we need to do as well. We should do that first, and when we have time, we can study.
Do you have a way to explain to this individual that we will find them later?
Magnet, are they still there? I thought you,
I
or did they?
could have sworn they already
They
left.
dipped.
Oh, did they? Oh, I thought they
Yeah.
were still there. I was like,
They dipped. They'll
My
find you
bad.
themselves.
Yeah, that's
my
what
bad, yo.
he was going to say was they'll find us.
Very well then. And I'll pull up the map again and start heading towards where the daughter mainframes are kept.
And we are moving in suit. Shotgun back at low ready, though I'm now still monitoring with religious fervor.
When Drabikowski goes to get up, Adrian jumps on her shoulder.
So you don't even have to walk now. You could just like jump on people to move from place to place, and nobody's going to say no. I don't think they would. They wouldn't really have much choice.
So it's a little bit of a roundabout route. You have to go onto G deck to go down the causeway, just to go down a ladder chute to get into the daughter mainframes where the comms are. And that whole area is flooded with radiation, so
Oh, fun! We get
Adrian
to use
is
that one.
so you're pretty secure in your suits, but Adrian's gonna have to shack up with somebody in their suit or stay behind.
Adrian will stay behind with maybe a parting purr if we have time.
You would like
Ask
to
him.
give a parting purr.
Sure. Too stressed. You know,
Right. So
Adrian will go into the vents.
all right. All right. So who's first down the microwave path?
Larkwell. She's following the map.
All right. I'll take the middle
Plus,
position.
radiation doesn't mean a whole lot to her, so. Unless it's like, melt you kind of radiation.
Suits keep us relatively safe, but still, even though you're synthetic, you're still squishy. technically. I would imagine that the milk that runs through your veins boiling would not be a pleasant situation.
Probably a good point.
And who is next?
I would probably be following directly after Lark.
And that just leaves Shabakowski to follow behind.
Yep.
So, as you guys arrive, it's fairly crowded. It's not meant to have more than one person really at a time in there. Both computers are up and running. As you access, well, give me what is the techie role in this system?
Comtech.
Comtech. Give me a Comtech roll to see what these guys are doing.
From all of us, or
For whoever is accessing
I
one or the other. There's two different ones.
mean, I can look at one.
Oh, I did a roll. Sorry.
Oh, you've got more than I do, so.
Nothing. Is that? I don't think I have any.
Oh, for crying out loud.
I mean, I'll give it a shot in the dark just on the off chance.
Out of 14 dice, we got nothing.
What the hell, guys?
Oh my god.
What?
All
Would
those
anyone like to push their rolls?
Yes.
No, but I will use my story point.
You know, valid.
Hold on. Just for shits and grins, could I make a Comtech roll?
You know, by all means, have fun.
It's just a cat walking across the
Okay.
keyboard.
No successes. It would have been really fucking if it had been a success, though.
When I push a roll, what happens again?
You add a stress point to your pool and then roll.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Roll 20 is
Whole lot of
broken.
blanks.
All right. You said add a stress and then reroll.
Yep.
There we go.
We got it. We got it. I'm not gonna make you roll for both computers. We're just gonna keep trucking. One for
2
each
successes.
computer. It's
1 for
fine.
each computer, yeah.
Exactly. So the first auto mainframe is decrypting black files on the network about a ship called the USCSS Cronus. And as luck would have it, it's about finished. The second one has been networked across the computer terminals across the station to increase processing power. It's running an algorithm on the black hole transmission recordings from the Astrometrics Observatory on Deck A. Would you like to... Well, it starts once you access it, it starts spitting out a bunch of numbers. It appears to be sets of coordinates. Would you like to extrapolate what
Yes.
it is? So these coordinates, once you look over them and kind of extrapolate the data, overlaps with location of the Earth's lost colonies. And is considered the location of perfected space. It was also kind of a region where it's rumored that cultists of the Children of the Two Divine have been rumored to take residence, which they are referenced in the Space Beast book.
Is that something I would be familiar with?
No, but it would be something I would be familiar with. You said it was what that was referenced in the Space Beast book that I would be.
Children of the Two Divine.
Ah, there it is.
Was that the book I just read?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Lark. See if there's something we can record all this data down on and grab it. We're going to yank it and keep moving.
Okay.
Can I download it to my PDAT? Want to, I don't know, maybe if there's some kind of portable media around here. Yank the hard drive? I don't know.
Well, you should be able to download onto something. Probably more than one of us should download it, I think, just in case.
Does anybody else have a data terminal?
Um, feel like I should don't. Why wouldn't I have one?
There are
No,
some hard drives you can yank.
yeah. So we're going to be putting them on those hard drives and yanking them.
Okay.
All right. How long did it take for us to get out to this?
A little while, probably a good 20 minutes.
Okay. Wait, really? Only 20 minutes
Oh.
from Biolabs to here? Or
There were only a couple decks different.
fair enough. All right.
Something else that it spits out before you take your leave. Sorry, I'm double checking. Double checking something. Double checking things. I lost my page. Need my page back. Thank you. No, that's it. Yeah, you can keep going.
All right. All right. And hard drives, took them inside our suits so they don't get fried when we go back through the microwave tunnel. Pick up Adrian and make our way back to Biolabs.
And you said that was 20 minutes?
Yep.
Hey, Sajad, you can completely reduce your stress.
Oh yes, that's right, because of your purring and general demeanor. Over the course of 20 minutes hiking back, yeah, my stress will probably everybody's stress will probably be gone by that time.
Oh, yeah, Drabikowski also had a stress point. So, bye-bye stress. Cat's around.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the least stressed that Drabikowski has been this whole campaign.
Now that Nelson's dead, nobody's stressed.
Which is going to make me feel very not guilty about giving you guys more stress and panic rolls.
I love that I can provide this service for you.
So you guys make your way back to the medical lab, and once you get there, the guys welcome you back and say, so we didn't make much progress with the lights, but we did find some information about what they were trying to do. Some reports that Clerk wrote. And there was some information on the terminal that we came across that about a serum that they were trying to finish.
All right. Any notes on what the serum was supposed to do?
Well, it looks like they were trying to make a serum to kill the protohive. The something that's trying to they're trying to turn the station into a hive. There's all that stuff in hydroponics, trying to put it all over the place.
All right. Do we know if that stuff is harmful to human life?
I can't imagine it's good.
Hmm.
Honestly, I'm more worried about the Luger speaking. Honestly, I'm more worried about the things that will be crawling around in here than whether or not the environment's gonna kill me first.
Did you find any information on the things that might be here?
No. Other than something. Oh, what did that file say? They nicknamed the immature, the juvenile form of it, a squid baby.
Wow.
Okay. That's a.
Why does it sound like you just repeated whatever Adrian said? Like you said it in the same cadence.
Because I have a cat, and I've gone somewhat.
Just here, take a look at this yourself. This is what they need for the serum.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's living mutagenic cells.
Yep.
All right. That.
The
Meg.
scientists working on this are missing, right? Or dead.
Meg.
One is dead and one is missing.
Okay.
Meg, would it be a bit of a stretch for me to assume that the squid baby would be the 26th Dracona sequence that the Perfected wanted?
No.
No. Okay. Wait, no, I remember the thing said that we were wondering what that sequence was, then we knew what it was. Do we still know what that sequence is supposed to be? Like, is that still ingrained in our minds?
Yes.
Because right now, what I'm getting in my thinking is, we do one or the other here. Either we complete the serum and kill off the hive, or we turn over whatever we need to the Perfected. Right? Am I jumping to conclusions here?
Pretty much.
Can I check the computer in there to see what the last thing the scientists were working on was? Like, I just want to know if they were doing this before they disappeared. If I'm trying to figure out if this is why they are not here anymore.
Yeah, you can look at the computer.
Okay. Do I need to do a contact roll?
No, everything's pretty much opened up.
Okay.
So going through the terminal and the reports and stuff that you already had, you can gauge that they were working on two things. They were, one, trying to reconstruct the 26 Dracona strain based on what they had, which was limited access to the proto-xenomorphs. And they were failing at that because they didn't really have access to live cells and they didn't have access to an actual pure strain. And they were trying to create a necrotic serum to possibly kill the hive. As far as you can tell, neither of those things are what drove them away or what killed them. Well, not what drove them insane anyway. Drove them away. Based on what you saw in the mother mainframe with one of them, I don't remember which one it was. I believe it was Webb that you saw.
I think so, in the chair.
That he was partially mutated. So you can guess that he was infected by something, at least on the ship.
Anything resembling the perfected?
Not the perfected.
What about the little, not little perfected, but the other one that was with the
The
deacon?
Deacon?
Yes.
Probably not the Deacon. More than likely, probably the trilobite,
Okay.
the big squid thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's. Great. So we have found a squid baby. Get to med labs. Vivisect the damn thing. Make the serum.
So, I wonder what species is there. Can I? Is there any information like would we have seen anything like the perfected before?
No, this is a completely new species.
Okay, so there's two different alien species on this ship.
Yes.
And one of them seems to mutate people. And the other is just a really, really, well, we don't know much about them yet. Do you, I'm asking this to the other two, do you think that the species have come across each other?
Feel like it would be logical that they probably would have encountered each other someplace here on this station.
Has anybody seen any evidence of a fight between the two?
I do not believe so.
If it's not, then they might not be hostile towards each other.
Certainly plausible.
They just seem more hostile towards the staff, the scientists who are making a serum. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure everything out.
No, you're not the only one.
Regardless, I believe it is in our best interest to find as much information as we possibly can on everything here.
And the only one not trying to figure out anything is Adrian.
I mean, Adrian's already got everything figured out, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Right, we know Adrian knows everything already, so.
So where are you going to search for this lady? I can't remember the name. Of course, I went to this lady right away.
Quick question, Meg. The things that I saw in the vision that the Perfected gave us, does it look similar to what I saw in the shuttle I found?
In the barest sense, I would say so.
Okay.
Just in the tendrils and things running through everything.
And as you are considering these things, Adrian is attacking your shoes.
All right. It's also possible that there might be one of these squid baby things up in hydroponics. I believe somebody said they saw something weird up in there earlier too.
That is true. Perhaps that should be our first place to look.
Okay, I don't remember. Do our suits protect? Would they protect us against anything in there, or are there other suits that we could wear if we go into hydroponics and
I
don't want
mean,
to?
I believe our suits do have their own air supply, so
Yeah,
they're
these suits
sealed.
these are about the best that you can get with your suits.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't want to, breathe in something and then possibly have to roll a new character up.
Right. So what feels like the next step? We're going after a squid baby?
I think hydroponics makes a good place to look.
So I
Yep.
believe we are going to head for hydroponics next.
Okay. Before we head that way, that sounds like a plan. I think we're gonna call it for the night. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right.
good.
That has been us, everybody. I want to thank y'all for coming out and hanging out with us. This has been fun. We finally got
Yes.
Sin to his final form. Their final form. They are now cat. They are now cat.
I am become cat, destroyer of worlds.
I can stop hearing about it now. Now I have to fix the overlay. That's fine. That's fine. But that is it. Let's go ahead and go overlay order, do our sign offs. We'll start with Janie.
Hi, I'm Janie. I played Dravowski today, and you can find me on social media at JaniePot7575. I'm on this channel and streaming next on Saturday for King's Gambit, I believe. And do I have my next week schedule? No, I don't. But I will just say to just tune in to Singularity, and I might try to remember to post when I'm on social media once I get my calendar back together.
I think that brings it to me. Hi, I'm Synthetic. You can call me Sin. I have been the inferior being known as Hector Nelson and the superior being known as Adrian. I've got way too much stuff coming up. Like, I've got 2 seasons coming up on Nerds with Dice of shows that we did the first season of last year. Got Worldwide Wrestling. I've got more Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse, Camp Runner's Cross, adding in a Power Rangers game in there on Bardic Inspiration Network. If any of that sounds interesting to you, then, follow me, asynthetic20 on Twitter or synthetic20 on Blue Sky. On the 5th, I will be running the first game of Queensgate Chronicles using my own proprietary system. That is a week from Monday on the 5th of February. That'll be on Queensgate Chronicles on Twitch, and you can follow QG Chronicles on Twitch, on Twitter or Blue Sky to find out more information. We're going to be releasing character portraits soon on social media, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's everything. I'm falling asleep. Shock?
Yeah, I'm not too long behind you as well. So I've been Chuck Courier. I have played Sajad this evening. As you can see, he is getting tired, but he has gotten a little boost because of religious fervor, so that's good for him. Hope everybody had fun. The next time we're going to catch me will also be this upcoming Saturday with the return of King's Gambit, and then I believe after that, the next major thing that is coming up for me, other than my own streams every Monday and Wednesday, will be the following Saturday, the first one in February, with another episode of Speakeasy Conspiracy. So look forward to that as well. Meg, please tell me I'm not forgetting last transmission, because I keep on forgetting the dates. Is that happening next week or the week after?
Next week on the 1st.
Next week on the 1st. Thank you. At the very least, remember to this time. All right. So that's all of that from me. You can follow me over on Blue Sky at ShockPointFailure and on Twitter at ShockPoint622. I don't post much, but you can at the very least know where I'm going to show up next and what's going on generally with that. So keep up on that. And like I said, I'm also falling asleep, so I'm probably forgetting something important, but I'm going to go ahead and turn on over.
That would be me. I'm Rise. You can find me on Blue Sky as Rise. I'm also on Discord. Feel free to find me there. What do I got going on in this rest of this month? Looks like on Monday is the next time I'll be on. Lost Caravan. We're playing our last episode of Heart, so the sequel to our first, run by the wonderful Doc Rimbo. Absolutely amazing system. Definitely check it out. It's one of the coolest things I've ever played, I think. So I got that going on. Oh, also the 27th. That would be, what day is that? Day of the week of that? Saturday. On the 27th, episode 1 of Dark Baptism, my Old Gods of Appalachia playthrough drops on VOD on Lost Caravan's YouTube channel. It's so much fun. I have been loving it. We're just about to record the finale as well. It is it's a 10 episode story. So if you want to look into something that's a little longer form, it's it's a great watch with some great characters, great cast. Absolutely love it. Other than that, probably some things going on next month, but I don't think anything is set as far as time frame goes. So, yep, that's pretty much me in a heartbeat. Feel free to check any of that out, and we appreciate you coming out. Meg.
That leaves me. Hello, everybody. I am Meg and/or Meg Mysteria. You can find me as such on Twitch, on Twitter, on Itch. As far as where you can find me next, you can find me on Neon Lights Roleplay on the 1st of February, where we have our next installment of Last Transmission, where I am tormenting my players with a boss fight. It's the second episode with a boss fight. It carried over. That's the spooky part. Sorry, my ears itched. But after that, I'll be right back here on Singularity on the 12th because we have gay camp, and I'm committing consensual hate crimes by murdering teenagers with my all queer cast. It's purely consensual, I swear. They know what's going on. They said it's okay.
I think the person who's the most upset about you killing any of us is you.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want to kill any of them, but I promised I would, so I gotta. And then, of course, there'll be Breaking Neon, one of our City of Mist campaigns, and then there will be By His Shadow Peace. And then, of course, we do it all over again. We'll have next episode of this, hope maybe a couple of them. We'll throw the next couple of installments of this in there, and we shall see. We have things coming up. Thank you guys for sticking around. That's it for the night. Night, everybody.
Thanks for coming out, folks.